to Tough Cookies. If you're with me at home, say yes. Say yes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let me know, where are you right now? Are you in New Jersey? Are you in Florida? Are you in California? Are you in England? Are you in South Africa? Are you in Oslo? And let me know, how are you feeling, babies? How are you feeling? Give me 1 hour of my time and your time to change your frame of mind, boys and girls. Low Cut Connie is coming back full force. We're gonna be on that stage in October. We're all gonna be there safe, healthy. We can do it. We can do it. I want to see you all in October at the shows. Right, Willie?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
And maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do some of this. Ready? I just can't believe all the things people say. Controversy. Controversy. Am I black? Am I straight? Okay. Controversy. Do I believe God? Do I believe me? These people wanna die, so they can be free. I'm a cool George. I just can't believe it. Human curiosity. Controversy. Was I good for you? Was I what you wanted me to be? Controversy. Do you get high, or does your daddy grow? Some people wanna die, come on, they can be free. Put your hands up, life's just up again. Others are sitting down. Come on, Will. Are you feeling good? Come on, motherfuckers, if you're with me at home, say yeah. Say yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Come on. People call me rude. I wish we all were nude. I wish there was no black and white. I wish there were no people call me. I wish we all were. I wish there was no. I wish there were no people call me. I wish we all were. I wish there was no. I wish there were no people call me. I wish we all were. I wish there was no black and white. I wish there was no. I believe God. I believe me. Some people wanna die. They can be free now. Life is just a game. All is accepted. Life is just a game. All just the same. Come on. Yes, if you're with me at home, say yes.
Yeah!
I love you all so much. Welcome to night 86 of Tough Cookies. 86.
Wow.
86, George.
I don't
true.
think I've done anything 86
Oh
times.
my God.
I've gotten 86 a few times. We're not gonna
Woo!
talk about that.
Hey, fuck you!
Oh shit. Boys and girls. Mazel tov, motherfuckers. You made it through another week.
Yeah.
Not only you made it through another week, you made it through a month. You made it through 12 months of hot quarantine action. Yes. We are getting through this shit together. And if you hadn't heard the news, me and Willie have put that moonshot up there for 6 months from now in October. We are just gonna do a couple low-cut Connie full band shows on a stage
Good lord.
with an audience. But we can only do it. We can only do it if we all take care of ourselves, take care of each other. Be smart. Be smart. Wear your masks. Wear your mask. Teddy wears his mask. Shit.
Just,
Fuck.
Yeah.
it's okay.
We'll fix it in post.
Teddy,
Teddy's.
the fuck.
Teddy's got that.
Wear your masks. Social distance. Even George today is feeling like shit because
Yes, I
he
am.
got his second dose.
Damn right.
Just like I did. Just
that-
like Willie
that
did.
Double shot.
Just
baby.
like Camera Girl did. Right? We got to do all the things. Let's not do it too quick, too soon. We got to be mindful that it's, this is an unprecedented situation. We don't know where it's headed, but we have put on the clock 6 months. We can do this. We can do this, right, Willie?
I can't wait, man.
I truly believe that we can all be together in 6 months. We are going to be performing at a place called the Fillmore here in Philadelphia. We are going to be performing at a place called White Eagle Hall in Jersey City, a fantastic venue that good pals of mine run. We are going to be performing at one of my favorite venues in the world, the 930 Club in Washington, D.C., right, Willie?
Great cupcakes.
Will played at the 930 Club, not just with Low Cut Connie, but he played there in high school, right?
Yeah, with my really bad high school emo bands.
What was the name of that band?
You don't want to know.
Say it.
Yeah, I think it was called Big Black Cat, which is really bad because it sounds like something else.
Did you guys have a tape?
No, there's a photo. I wish I could have given it to George. I wish I would have known this dialogue would be happening.
Yeah.
Could have given George a photo.
We'll save it for the next.
Wilson
week.
is returning to the scene of the crime.
I was wearing an orange puffy shirt.
Yes.
Great.
Where you performed as a high school cherub.
Scene of the crime.
And now we're going to go back there in October, and we're also going to perform at one of my other favorite venues in December. We're going to play at Bowery Ballroom in New York City and Manhattan. We've had many great shows there. I hope that I see some of your beautiful, smiling, sweaty faces at these shows. We may all have to wear masks. We don't know what the situation's going to be, but we have been following the news. We have been talking very closely with these venues. And we feel very strongly that if we all work together, we can put these shows together for October. So let's do it together, pals. They're on sale right now, right, George?
They are. The link is in the comments.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, this is one of the songs that we've never really gotten to perform with a whole band in front of you people.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it. Everybody sing along with this. Hands up. boys and girls, I love you all so much. Are we cool, Georgie? I love you all. This has been a crazy year. It's been a hard year, but look at us all together doing this shit. We can write our own futures. A year ago, we talked to each other virtually through this camera. Actually, at that point, it was through my cell phone. Now we have a slightly better camera.
Marginally.
Slightly.
Marginally better.
A camera with a handle. Because the thing is, camera girl, she was like, she had to do this. Now she can do this. There's a big difference
A lot of things have changed.
between an hour of this and this. Right? Everybody in the comments, give some big props to camera girl right now. There would be no show without camera girl. Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm schwitzing already just talking about camera girl. Woo! You know what? Let's have a toast.
Oh.
Yeah? To what?
We're gonna have a little special toast right now. We're a little bubble tea toast.
A bubble tea toast.
This is just a moment for the four of us. This is camera girl, me, Willie, and George. These are the four.
Don't show me. You look really happy today.
Shit.
I'm in rough shape.
You look good though.
Not supposed to cheers the empty glass.
The four of us made a quarantine
Bubbles.
pact. We made a quarantine pact so that we could keep bringing this entertainment to you all the way through. And now all four of us have been vaccinated fully, and we've made it through. And I want to thank all three of you,
I want to thank you too.
and
Likewise.
thank you all at home for helping us to keep going with this shit. We look forward to it every week, sometimes multiple times a week. So let's all have a bubble tea toast together
Cheers.
to good health and
Like,
tough cookiosity. Woo.
There's a little bit left, Will. It wasn't totally empty.
Yeah.
Just a couple
Oh
bubbles.
God.
Eric.
Will, what's yours tonight?
Oh, it's an avocado smoothie. It's way more delicious than it sounds.
I feel like we need to have a
Fantastic.
separate bubble tea tip jar.
We do.
Or a sponsorship as well.
I want to take everybody right now to Southern California.
I heard it's nice there.
There have been days during this quarantine when I said, God damn, I just wish I could have some sunshine. And we could all be together in the sunshine, the way it used to be. We'll get back to it. I want you all to sing along with this. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe from war if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. song.
Not bad.
That song from the 1960s in Southern California, Los Angeles, was engineered by a gentleman named Bones Howe.
Baines.
Bones Howe. Willie, have you heard of Bones Howe?
Have I heard of Baines Hale?
Bones Howe
I've heard of Baines.
is a very, very distinguished engineer and producer
Yo, that's the truth right there, dude.
who has recorded and produced so many fantastic records out of Los Angeles, and that was one of his first. And that song was such an iconic hit that was one of the songs that sort of created that Los Angeles sound that he then struck out on his own. And he brought into the studio a group that everybody watching the show has heard of called The Fifth Dimension. It was his next big project after recording The Mamas and the Papas. Well, tonight we are honored to have my very special guest tonight, the gorgeous, wonderful, and talented Miss Marilyn McCoo, and her also gorgeous, talented, and lovely husband, Billy Davis Jr., both of whom are founding members of the great 60s vocal group, The Fifth Dimension. We had an incredible conversation. We're going to be sharing that in a few minutes. I want to do a little something, though, first, to give you a little flavor of that Southern California Fifth Dimension scene when everybody was just feeling so groovy. And everybody was wearing fur. Where's your fur vest? Will.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
but
put your fur vest on. Everybody was just feeling so groovy. Yeah. Wait, shit. Hold on. George, you have some weed for?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying that you smoke weed.
Yeah, can anyone send me some weed right now?
Yeah, look, you basically do look like somewhere between a hobo and a mama and a papa.
That's what the swinging 60s was like, right?
It's
Yeah, you look
definitely-
good.
There's a splash of something.
This is a little something that the Fifth Dimension made famous. A little song by the great Laura Nero. Sing along. Woo! Can you serve it? Can you pick? Can you serve? Can you pick? Surrey down to soul picnic. Surrey down to stone soul picnic. There will be lots very good pals. The great Marilyn McCoo and her husband and singing partner, Billy Davis Jr. We talk about so much, but the first thing we talked about is when they came to Philadelphia to perform in the 1970s. Yeah. We'll be back real soon. See ya. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
But it was just something that resonated with me. But you know, as we sang together in a group, and the more I listened to Billy, and the more I could see the interesting things that he did with the songs that he was singing, I'd say, well, give me some ideas about that. Some of the suggestions that he gave me, that they worked so well and they resonated with what I was feeling, and so I've learned a lot through the years, and I love the music that's out there, and I love that you can always learn.
Mm-hmm. When you finish a track like One Less Bell to Answer, do you know it's a hit like immediately?
Oh no.
No.
The classic performance of Aquarius Let the Sunshine In, I mean, you just took it to church at the end of the song. Let's just be honest with ourselves. How did that improvisation at the end of the song come about? Just you were feeling it in the moment and it just happened?
Yes, well, you know, when you feel the music, you just start ad-libbing. You know, that's what that's called, ad-libbing. This is whatever comes in your heart, whatever comes in your mind, you just let it go, you know. And all of that stuff just came out of me during that time.
And one exciting thing that happened in the studio, Adam, was that our producer, Bones Howe, had come up. We had told him we wanted to do Aquarius, and we felt like it was going to be a hit. Well, a number of people had recorded it already, and he said, I don't think that song is going to be the hit that you think it is. So then he said, but let me go home and think about it. He came up with the idea of putting Aquarius and Let the Sunshine In together. And so now we're in the studio, and we've been singing Let the Sunshine over and over again. And so then Bones turns to Billy and he says, okay, Billy, now take it to church. And what you said was exactly what he told Billy. And he let Billy go, and it was exciting. And when we were in the studio and he sang that part, I want you to sing along with the Fifth Dimension, everybody in the studio just fell out laughing.
I mean, Billy, like, you know, again, here's a song from this Broadway musical Hair. And, you know, all we hear about that show is that, you know, everybody took their clothes off and
Yes.
So I'm smart enough to know to not ask if you all took your clothes off in the studio when you did it. I would never ask you that.
No, we wasn't that game. We wasn't that game. No.
But at the same time, here you are. You're ad-libbing things like if you've been mistreated, you know.
Yeah.
You made us hear the song in a different way.
Uh-huh.
No, it wasn't just about drugs and the counterculture and nudity, etc. All of a sudden, you know, you give it this very soulful, let's all join together, right? And open up your heart.
That's right. And let it slide in. That's right. Yeah.
That's it. And so
the only thing that happens with us is when things happen, it's because we opened up our hearts.
what is it like as a performer to perform for 300,000 people? I mean, what do you do differently to account for that many people?
Well, you just do what you do. Yeah. You get out there and, 10 people or 300,000, you're going to do the same thing.
That's right. You know how it works.
Yeah, right. You've been out there,
I haven't hit 300,000, but
I don't think we've hit that since.
Oh my God, I love talking to Miss Marilyn McCoo, who I grew up with watching every weekend on Solid Gold. Really? Solid Gold! All I ever wanted to be was a solid gold dancer. I told Miss Marilyn McCoo, this is the closest I'm gonna come. So this is very exciting for me. We had such an amazing conversation. I love talking to them about songs and talking to her and Billy about how this next song we're gonna perform.
Yeah, I feel like we've been dancing around this one the whole time. We're gonna do it.
Oh,
right?
we're about to dance around
We're gonna
this
do
one.
it, right? Like,
yeah,
the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, the thing is, though, in a certain sense, it might be a bridge too far.
Oh shit! Oh damn!
Oh my god!
My finger slipped. I fucked up.
Damn.
Sorry.
We need a George fucked up graphic.
I do. Sorry. All right.
Is it a bridge too far? Because the thing is, when we... Ooh, shit.
It's okay.
Is it a bridge too far? Because when we perform the song, you know, it's well documented that when you perform the song, everybody that's listening to it and performing it takes their clothes off. Like, we know this, right?
Sympathy and trust abounding.
Yes, like this is what happened. So I ask you, because George was in George, you were in a production of Hair, isn't that correct?
I was. Yeah.
And did you hang dong?
I opted out for a number of reasons.
Did you hang dong in that Delaware production of Hair?
He hung some Delaware.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
He hung some Delaware.
You have to decide, is this a bridge too far? Okay. Are you dancing at home? Let's do it again. Take some shit off. Ooh, Georgie. Ooh. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, shining. Come on. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun shining. Let me hear you. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun shining. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. You got the feeling. Want us to see. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun. You know what? Open up your heart. You gotta sing along. Yeah, yeah. Open up your heart. If you feel like you've been mistreated, open up your heart. You got to sing along with the fifth dimension. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. You got to let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun shining. One time it says, let sun shining. The sun is gonna shine in. Yes. Woo! Was it a bridge too far, George?
I took
George.
off halfway through because it was like it got really good, and I was like, this can't be a bridge.
Oh
Very
God.
similar to Bridge Too Far, but let the sun shine in.
Oh,
It was
let
so
that
good
sun
George got
shine
caught up in the
in.
moment, and I think you removed a couple articles of clothing.
I put them back on just for safe measure.
George, I've never seen you like this before.
It's true.
This is true.
Anyway,
I'd love to go back and talk with Miss Marilyn McCoo and my good pal Billy Davis Jr., who, by the way, not only did they still look incredible, they still sound amazing. They have been married for over 50 years.
Wow.
And they have been singing partners for over 50 years. Almost 60 years. I talked to them about this, about how they've navigated a life together, a career together. And specifically, I spoke to them about their new album that is about to come out. Do you know about this?
I do. I'm aware.
It's called Blackbird. It's a collection of Lennon and McCartney compositions, Beatles songs and solo songs from John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Back in the 60s, The Fifth Dimension performed for both white and black crowds. In fact, Billy and Marilyn were the first married black couple to have a network television show. These are groundbreaking performers in entertainment. And I wanted to talk to them about why now, a couple decades after their last album, they chose to make a record. They chose to make a record of civil rights anthems, in their minds, civil rights anthems like Blackbird, by a band that they played peekaboo with on the charts in the 60s, the Beatles. So let's go talk to Billy and Marilyn about why. Why now? Why did they make this record called Blackbird? Let's go talk to them. We'll be back real soon. 5, 4.
These songs apply to what's happening in our world right now. And they speak to the feelings that we all have. We need to know how to come together and really care about one another and love one another. And that really spoke to us in a powerful way.
One of the great things about Blackbird is that the way we're trying to make a statement for what's, like what Marilyn said, what's going on today, you know, and the division and the hatred and stuff that's beginning to brew in our country. And it's for what? It's unnecessary. You know, I mean, we've been living without this for years, and then all of a sudden it's sticking its ugly head up. And Blackbird being like a civil rights anthem is just something that should be said right now. But nobody wants to see their children leave the home and not be able to come home. No mother. I mean, they're black or white or Asian or whatever, you know. So.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that, Billy. You know, I looked at the cover of this record. I looked at the cover art and I saw the names Trayvon. I saw Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Freddie Gray, George Floyd. And then I saw Emmett Till on the left side there.
I don't even know if you remember Emmett Till.
No,
years ago.
he wasn't even alive when that
I
happened.
wasn't, but I think it's so important that our younger viewers know who Emmett Till was and know that these issues are not new.
One of the things I think about a lot, Adam, is that, you know, we see all this stuff happening and we see the division that's taking place. But what we fail to realize is that none of us are going anywhere. None of us are going. We still have to deal with it. We're going to be here. So we might as well just try to enjoy life the way God made it, instead of trying to separate ourselves from one another.
Oh my God. I love talking to Marilyn and Billy Davis Jr. We have a full 45-minute conversation that we had. We talked about so much. We talked about their time performing in Philadelphia. We talked about their relationship with Laura Nyro. We talked about what it was like for them to perform at the Harlem Cultural Festival. For those of you that saw the Sly and the Family Stone specials that are currently archived at toughcookies.tv through your Patreon memberships, you remember that we talked to Sly and the Family Stone about performing at that, what they called Black Woodstock. Well, Miss Marilyn and Billy Davis, they also performed at that event, and we had an amazing conversation about it on Monday, George,
Right, Monday.
On Monday, for our Patreon members, we will be posting that full conversation.
That's right.
Thank you all for your support up to this point. We're working hard to keep this Tough Cookie thing going. Listen, George, even after getting his second dose of his vaccine, and he feels and looks really bad right now.
Very poor.
I mean, he's very handsome and has a gorgeous kind of sculpted body that we just saw about 5 minutes ago.
He's just
But
missing his glow. He's just missing his glow. That's
yeah, and I accidentally just tried to massage him right at the spot where he got the needle.
the injection.
And
site.
he made a sound that I had never heard him make before. I'm very sorry.
I appreciate the apology.
Thank you all for your support. These shows every Saturday night are free. Next Saturday night, we have my good pal Carsey Blanton, who's a fantastic singer-songwriter. The following Saturday, we have a fantastic local state senator. His name is Malcolm Kenyatta. He's working very hard here in the community, and he has just announced that he is running for U.S. Senate against my recent guest, John Fetterman. So we're going to do an equal time conversation with my good pal Malcolm Kenyatta. And then we're very excited to announce, I know Will is super stoked, the final Saturday of this month, we are going to have Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Nancy Wilson from Heart, an incredible guitar player. And that will be presented by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Those are all free shows, but if you can afford it, here's the tip jar, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. But if you can't afford it, it's okay. We are providing this for you to keep you going, to keep your spirits lifted.
It's all for you. It's all for you.
If you can make it, this Thursday night, we're going to be doing, me and Willie are going to be doing Tough Cookies episode 87, a private show for our Patreon members. And we are proud to announce that this Thursday's show is going to be a Tina Turner special.
Yeah, baby.
I don't know if any of you have seen this new, fantastic Tina documentary that is out right now.
I seen it.
I have spoken so many times about my love and admiration for the great Tina Turner, so we are going to do a full Tina episode this coming Thursday, so be there or be square, patreon.com/lowcutconnie.
Fan.
Our guest tonight, before we say goodbye to Marilyn and Billy, after they left the Fifth Dimension in 1975 and went out on their own, pretty quickly, right away, they put out a song that went to #1 and won them a Grammy Award. What an amazing achievement after already winning 6 Grammys with the Fifth Dimension and having 3 platinum records. They were like, we ain't done. And they made one of the greatest 70s disco R&B anthems of all time. And we're going to do it right now. Sing along with this. Woo! Rejected to be in my show. I love you all, Tough Cookies. Thank you to Billy Davis Jr., Marilyn McCoo for dropping by. Tough Cookies. You can see the full interview this coming Monday through toughcookies.tv through your Patreon accounts. Can we do one more song? You want to hear us one more song? Say yeah!
Yeah!
Say yeah, yeah!
Yeah, yeah!
Okay, all right. Enough.
all right.
Enough with this.
Yeah, enough. Schmaltzy.
Remember that I talked about this gentleman named Bones Howe, who produced California Dreamin' by the Mamas and he engineered and produced all those big Fifth Dimension hits. After the Fifth Dimension, he went on to work 6 or 7 albums producing for one of my favorite artists of all time, Mr. Tom Waits. Let me get a sip.
Get a sip.
Yes, it.
If this was Tom Waits in the 70s, this would be whiskey. But considering it's 2021 in South Philly during a pandemic, bubble tea it is. Bones Howe, the guy that produced Mamas and Poppin'.
Got
The
it,
guy that
everybody?
produced.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm good. I want to do a very special song by Tom Waits, one of my favorites from the 1970s that Bones Howe produced. And I want to dedicate this, even though the song isn't specifically about Australia, I want to dedicate this, because you'll understand why in a second, to all our pals in Australia. We have a lot of people that watch this show from Australia and tune in the next day. And we have a lot of fans in Australia for Low Cut Connie that have been in our corner for many years and they've never been able to see us live. We're working so hard to figure out how to do that. If not this year, then next year. This is for you by the great Tom Waits. Wasted and wounded, it ain't what the moon did. I got what I paid for now. See you tomorrow. Hey Frank, can I borrow a couple of bucks from you to go waltzing Matilda? Waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. I'm an innocent victim of a blinded alley. I'm tired of all these soldiers here. No one speaks English and everything's broken. And my Stacy's are soaking wet. To go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. Now the dogs are barking and a taxi cab's parking. A lot they can do for me. Begged you to stab me. You tore my shirt open, and I'm down on my knees tonight. Old Bushmills, I staggered. You buried the dagger in your silhouette window light. To go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. I lost my St.
days aren't for dreaming now. Manslaughter, dragnet, and a ghost sell memories. They want a piece of the action anyhow. To go waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. And you can ask any sailor and the keys from the jailer and the old men in wheelchairs, they know. Matilda's a defendant, she's killed about 100, and she'll follow you wherever you may go. Go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. And it's a battered old suitcase to a hotel someplace, and a wound that will never heal. No prima donna, the perfume is on, an old shirt that is stained with blood and whiskey. Well, good night to the street sweepers, the night watchmen, flame keepers, and good night, Matilda, too. Yes, thank you, Willie.
Oh, thank you. That was beautiful.
Tom Traubert's Blues, aka Four Sheets to the Wind in Copenhagen, aka Waltzing Matilda by Tom Waits, produced by the great Bones Howe, who we've talked about tonight because he recorded so much music in Southern California for so many decades, including this little one. Fuck it, Willie.
All right.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dream on such a winter's day. Oh, you'll change your tune, my babe, one day. When you quit the scene, when you quit